What a beautiful rise towards a nice looking evening, guys. Look at all those buds sprouting very wildly out there, guys. Like, if I'm not mistaken, look at all that, guys. Affecting this tree and that tree over there too, because I realized they're both technically the same exact tree. Just this one's a lot smaller in comparison. Of course, guys. So right before you know it, yeah, so the sprout, yeah, I mean, the fact that we got an early spring yet once again in 2026, guys, most certainly it's not taken a very long time now. Yeah, I mean, we're in early April, so the buds are already started. They had since late March. And now coming into like what, early April and whatever not, guys? Yeah, they're still going to be as those little bud seedlings, guys. But I give it about another 2 more weeks before they start slowly hatching their green, but about another month before they do their solid favor, guys. And if you can clearly look here, guys, yep, we have some green slowly already forming. A little bit of moss, mostly moss, but some actual green grass has been showing up. But some of it's still haystack yellowish brown. I'm not sure about that tree over there, guys. I'm sure it's growing too. And in case we couldn't be precisely aware of the time right about now, guys, we're at 7:41, almost literally 8, guys. So yeah. And also, guys, we do somewhat still have some of the green grass. Also, yeah, the more healthier one, I should say. Well, it doesn't mean that they're dying, no. It's just that right now, the same thing that happens with these trees are the same thing that happens with this grass coming towards winter time. Once all the snow comes in, all the frozen bits start coming in and through, and therefore it puts all the energy, like it converts all the energy underground with the roots over the trees and down in the very ground, and it stores it all up for like not even really early spring, more closer to mid-spring, guys. So, and the fact that we are still in early April, guys, yeah, is the exact reason of why it's not all popping up fully green yet, and then this sprouting all its green leaves. And look at that. Even these have a bit of bud showing too. Same stacked ones. Also, I think there might be another one right there. Anyways. Well, hello guys. This is me, Christian, again. And in case you couldn't tell already, welcome to today being the World National Autism Acceptance Day yet again, guys, for April 2nd. That's right, because today is April 2nd, the second day, 4-02-2026. This is the for real part, guys. Oh, yep. Let's get a closer look up here. Suddenly, I don't know why that just turned red. I guess, apparently I just learned something. If you like zoom it in too darn far, guys, it shows like some sort of red on your camera. But now it's like the normal clear gray again, guys. But anyways, look at that, guys. Look at my clear ground. Mostly a lot of grass. A ton of leaves that are still on the ground from like when fall came, and that happens every, you've guessed it, year, guys. Like looking back there, that's where they came off of. Most definitely, guys. But yes, I so cannot believe this for real either. Today's the day, guys. I'm not sure if you're seeing the autism shirt, but yeah, anyways. I'm gonna keep it up now. Like, yeah, today is like 0 degrees, but feels like literally -4 right now in the evening. Yep. It was at, say, 3 degrees earlier, but felt like 2. So it is getting kind of decently warm in early April, but it's going to get even warmer, say, next week and a half. Like after, I believe, the 9th or 10th, yeah, the 9th of April, we're getting like 10 degrees, April 10th, 12, and April 11th, 13 degrees. Although I did say April 10th being at 15 before, and April 11th being at another than 17 degrees. But, yeah, weather can most likely change anytime too, guys. So, yes. By the way, if any of you guys are likely mainly new to the channel, so if you had your accounts for a while, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel if you guys more so want, guys. As you can see, most of which none has entirely changed the whole spectacular ton a lot, guys, here. Most of which remains the same for sure, guys. Let me just go on this kind of incredible trail for sure, guys. Might as well. I love coming on the possible parking lots for real. No cars within the way over there, so we're really in the goods of it all. Loads of pine trees that stay green once again all year long, guys. But yes, can't believe that today, once again, is National Autism Acceptance Day on the 2nd of April. But it's not just National Autism Acceptance Day, it's also, believe it or not, 100% of the way, World National Autism Acceptance Month. Okay, well, nationally, no. But yes, it's true about the Autism Acceptance Month, not the whole national thing, but yeah, today's the day we recognize it, and I hope you guys pay close attention to, well, you know, today being a very good, precise day for having to support your people with autism, you know, because it's that time where some might be doing great, but some might not be doing well, and some might be lonely. Well, not physically feeling lonely. They could be surrounded with like 15 or 25 people, and yet somehow still feel like they're misunderstood. Yes! Look at it. It so darn happens still in 2026, guys. And I'm not even joking. Like, it happens all around me. Because for the older OG people like that are also have a YouTube channel, have been on my channel for a while, have been supporting my channel and all, you guys already know that I have autism, guys. But for the newer people that didn't know I had autism, well, just confirming to you guys today on April 2nd, 2026, if you new viewers on YouTube see this video, yes, clearly I do, by definition, have autism. And I'm pretty sure, diagnosed with it since I was 2 years old. That's what the doctors told me from an early age. Well, didn't quite hear it from the doctors as much, but my mom told me for sure. And I kept hearing in some social group conversations over a decade ago that I did have autism. And I kind of slowly figured it out by the time I was 15, guys. I really did. I got a little more curious about it for about 2 or 3 years. And now, by the age of 18 or 17 or even 19, yeah, I'm getting most of it figured out. But I'm still even learning today, guys. And if I had to quote on something for feedback here, guys. Yeah, don't mind the humming sprain birds that happens around this time every year. And actually, they continue to stay around into the summer, especially a little into fall as well, I must precisely say too, guys. Yeah, well, just because I have autism doesn't mean I'm absolutely dumb, guys. I know a lot of facts. Maybe not about everything, but if you've been around to know me long enough, guys, I do stumble upon certain words, and I wish there were certain words I could be correct. Well, I sometimes be correcting myself, and sometimes I be corrected by you guys too. It happens. See, like, I know I can be wrong, and I know I'm not perfect. But look, just need clarity sometimes. And I just want to learn like you guys do. I want to feel more included. I want to socialize more in certain events. I want to get out and actually enjoy some fun. Because there will be some times where, despite routine, and don't get me wrong, for an autistic person like myself who enjoys constant routine a lot, has to have maintained routine. Otherwise, his or her mind will indeed go insanely crazy trying to figure out how to pass the day. You know, may struggle throughout the routine of, how am I going to make it through today? What's my plan for today? How am I going to succeed in life? Which job should I find? Which perfect partner should I find in the future, like a boyfriend, a girlfriend, etc., right? These are really possible things that an autism person can struggle upon. Not all, some, just some, right? Some have it way easier than most others. Others, not so much. Like, I know they're typically banning the word neurotypical and neurodiversity, and they're also banning like the whole high functioning, low functioning. We had Asperger's syndromes that got canceled out, and now they're kind of canceling out those things too. Like, what are we even legally allowed to say anymore, basically? Like, again, I know we got to be careful of certain words, but these words were never interpreted to be light or dark. It's at all. They were just meant to be a serious part of a conversation, but that's something I can't get past through sometimes. You know what the feeling is like, right, guys? Love a good sense of nature. Trying to get back out more into doing that. Have been since, well, I kind of started doing videos like this, guys. Right? Right. And my most clipped moments, I've been doing them for myself, have been around 2025 and now 2026. Recapping some moments. I get it's getting dark just because daylight savings time is out roughly at this point. Doesn't mean it's fully there yet. Like, it still starts to get dark closer to 8, but it's more so almost 8:45 when it gets fully dark. But in, like, say 2 months from now, once we get past the first day of summer, is going to be once again around 10 to 10:15 p.m. during nighttime. Only around 10:15 p.m. Yes, that's right. So getting through, seeing some things that are kind of no problem whatsoever. And, you know, I'm going to keep going down this way, guys. But yeah, for people that, well, look, I don't know what other definition to interpret it right now, okay, guys? Like, I highly advise to myself that I would keep using them. I mean, they say it's supposed to be offensive to some people with other disabilities or with autism themselves, but you see, it doesn't affect everybody. That's just a preference of a personal opinion, right? We all know what they are. We all are humans, born with a divine nature of sense of two ways. Through the non-violent, light-sensitive way, and the other being, well, full of absolute chaos, darkness, and violence. things that want to destroy our lives, destroy other people's lives, killing other people. Yeah, I'm not going to get too much into that, but just for the sake of this video, guys, I'm still going to use these two things here. And those two words being, of course, low functioning and high functioning, guys. So with low functioning, constantly needs a lot of help in life. And I mean a lot. Like, they struggle to get through a daily life on their own. Believe me, I've seen other people that are autistic like myself, and yes, I've been told that they were autistic. And I do see that it happens, and I see that it requires a lot of assistance, somewhat forth. It's not a bad thing. It's actually okay to require attention, assistance of help. That's optional, like every time, guys. In fact, we should all be asking for help when life gets so dangerous and you feel like you can't do it alone. That's why we got a community of a whole lot of people. But instead, we just go so dark and we turn against on other people. Why exactly? Again, that's just our human divine nature. It sucks. I know, it's stupid how we have this happen. And don't mind the me complaining part here. Sometimes, I mean, yeah, complaining really doesn't help a lot. Complaining really, yeah, I guess you could say speeds up time. How so? Because maybe you'll hardly remember the moment. A lot of days will go by. Memories will get lost that way. Anger issues. But sometimes complaining can just be helpful for straightening out facts, for having to continue to get on your day, and especially if you're bottling up emotions for so long, that could be another thing that adds along with that too, guys. So with like being on the medium version of the spectrum between low and high functioning, they'll require help sometimes, not a whole lot. And that's like what, the average kind of autism or so. And then you have the high functioning, which is likely myself. Like, even when things get so dark, right? You barely need as much help when you have the high functioning, because most times they can they can get themselves put together, straighten their day out, straighten their life out a bit, and live a perfectly normal life as a high functioning person. Technically, any form of the spectrum of autism between low and high can still live a perfectly normal life. Just, it's not so much to get through entire easy bit of it all, if you know what I mean. Yes, I know it's getting colder and colder, and which is why I'm gonna hurry up and speed through the progress of this video. I'm really trying as much as I can, guys. Yeah, so most of which remains the same with this being outside. Oh, and by the way, over here now, you see, guys, they finally decided to work on the left side now, guys. So what had a little bit of branches right there got cut off. Just pointing that out, guys. Yet we still have the dog. Yep. Woof, 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 indeed. Let's just keep resuming my walking speed here of the pace. Yep. And I'm gonna go to this dirt road next. And I'm not gonna go far over there, not tonight, guys, but not sure. You can probably see like a little over this way. This too had a lot of branches. But once again, they also got to working at the very deep end over there as well, guys. And since it is starting to get a little bit dark, oh yeah, I get that evening's really striking through a lot. But I'm gonna go this way, a little past the snow pile here, We got some more dead flowers. Got actually a big hill up there too. I'm going to show some more parts before I do think about considering to end this video, guys. Now, yes, in ternations, yes, everybody at some point is going to need help. We're going to need another person to help straighten something out in case we get stuck in life. Like, remember, failure doesn't really mean keep on making mistakes. You know, like, we're going to stumble upon mistakes, but our mistakes are not our failures. But what is considered a failure is having a perfectionist mindset and overthinking and just not even trying at all, right? I mean, I guess if we're overthinking, we're still gonna eventually do it. It's going to be taken all in time because it's stressful. But then if you're procrastinating, you're definitely not going to likely do it, and it's exhausting for both you and other people around you. Right? That's just a possibility I kind of figured out around this point, guys. But like, if you're actually doing something, you may stumble upon the failure. You may stumble upon the mistakes a few times, but as long as you keep learning more and more, that's what makes it all good and stuff, right, guys? And most certainly, if I do advise anything, if there's one thing to take out of learning throughout today with having autism and stuff, guys, if there's one lesson to add through here, is that I hope you guys really do take the time. You do learn at your own pace, guys, but listen very carefully when a person is sharing their story about autism, okay, guys? Each and single one of us has a story to tell. Want proof that, bro, you don't think I don't have enough proof that I have a story to tell you guys? Well, you can always reflect back to my previous few years of the autism videos I've been talking about. I believe I've been doing them since 2023, guys. Also, I did do a thing called Living in Autism on November 29th, 2025. And it's like a publishing book offer or something. Well, not really me creating a book, but more like I did some actions and somewhat forth. I also told a little bit about myself. Personally, and also specs about ways to, I guess, support other people better with autism. And no, I don't count upon the whole struggling to find a job. That's a lot of people's problems now with inflation going up. And again, some people, not gonna lie, can be difficult to it's like knowing that the employers or managers find it hard to hire people now these days. Getting fired is way easy, but getting hired is way harder. And I'm not understanding why. Like, wasn't it so easy in the 1990s? Now here we are in 2026, guys, and the economy, it's pretty messed up, for real. But anyways, that is all I'm going to say for today's video. Got an incredible chance to get to enjoy the nature part of the video one last time. Well, not one last time, sorry, my mistake. But this is going to be my, last few minutes of doing this video for now. And I'm not exactly sure if I'll have another National Autism Awareness or Acceptance Day / month thing to talk about next year in 2027 yet or not, guys, for coming April 2nd again. Well, you guys will know for sure in 1 year from now, right, guys? Like 1 year ago, I think I explained it the best way I could, and I find with with my speech pattern every year. I don't know. I find it's getting a little worse and worse for me. But I'm going to still try to keep you guys up to date. You also guys know for sure when I'll start eventually from now on with most of my videos, almost all will be going straight from my audio voice to more so text to speech. But who knows when. After now, yeah, like maybe soon, maybe later, who knows. Anyways, one thing is for sure, you're never stopping me from doing the nature videos, guys. I get it's almost nighttime. I showed the best I could with what's been going on around here so far, guys. Well, this is it, guys. So hope you guys stay tuned. Got the chance to watch this entire video. And even if it wasn't a lot for me to share about with the National Autism Acceptance Day on the 2nd of April, but luckily the Autism Acceptance Month goes right from April 2nd to the 30th. Yeah, so that's every 4th month, 2nd day to 30th day. Well, I would technically say the 1st as well, but we all know that's April Fool's Day, right? So it wouldn't make entirely a lot of sense to start it on the 1st, right on the 1st of April, and rather, why not the 2nd day of April, all the way to April 30th, guys. And then for the National ADHD, like the whole month goes from October 1st to October 31st. Yeah, I know, some confusing parts to rain out there for sure, guys. But again, I did try to explain as much as I can, guys, within provided in the video, guys. Maybe it wasn't quite entirely covering everything like I've done in the past few years. I think I've explained a lot more in like 2024 and maybe 2023 if I did stuff like that before too, guys. Again, you should guys really look that up, guys. I mean, after all, I have posted over 5,400 videos by now, so I'm sure it's tucked around there somewheres. And I sometimes do sort them by files. I like to keep a clean, organized file of my playlist of numerous videos. So in case you can't find it from there, luckily I have the segments of, all of which figured out totally within, I have it all figured out within the playlist. Okay, guys, it will most likely be my Me Talking to You viewers video, because this one here is going to be another Me Talking to You viewers here as well, guys. But anyways, I think it was only covering part of the surface, if I got this right. Like, there, guys. I just clipped it today with partly me talking about nature once again, knowing that we're way past the early part of the spring. Well, we're not exactly mid-spring yet either, no, but we did arrive over 10 days past the first day of spring. I think we're almost 15 days within, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, guys, yes. I did cover, I covered part of the nature video, and I talked a bit about the National Autism Day and part of the whole acceptance month, guys, as well. So yeah, I think it was only about one or two things that I explained about, like part of the whole learning of acknowledgements. Yeah, so knowledge is extremely important. I would say for some of the autistic people, but no, I'm sure some of us got it figured out, but most certainly for the normal people, or like the neurotypicals that are banned now apparently, but more so not just normal people without any disabilities or disorders, more so to be called like different abilities or whatever not, but also people with disabilities and disorders, like non-autistics. So I think we called it autistics or so. Autistics, like ALL and then tistic, right? Meaning people. So it could be people that like have OCD, like the Down syndrome, epilepsy, fatal alcohol syndrome, ADHD, congenital insensitivity to pain. The person that has like some people that have no arms or no legs, and plus more, guys, can learn a lot about this information if you guys have a voice box or a way to like communicate. Doesn't matter if it's through words or through sign language, being actions and all, guys. But yep, this is totally it. I'm for real ending this video now, because if I continue to talk anymore, you can already start to see my camera starting to get way darker now. I want more of that blue, but it's really all gray. I don't know why. Maybe partially slightly colorblind. I don't know, guys. I don't think. Yeah, no. I've been told I got a perfect vision, so that's nearly impossible. But anything could have changed in my almost 22 years of experience of what life has to offer to me, guys. So, yep. Anyways, take care, guys, for now. I'm not staying out here any much longer for this to get increasingly darker, hitting dusk, being complete nighttime skies and all. I like to get back home before at least 10 p.m. tonight. So, yep, that was it. You guys witnessing the captures of me sworn for nature, talking about that, talking about autism, and maybe another surface topic. Can't wait to get back into doing some more Brawl Stars boss fights, which is part of now the whole Dragons and Fairies event, guys. Yeah, Dragons and Fairies event. It's not fairies, Fairies. Yeah, like Google closed capturing may not get that quite right, but I'm hoping to the best of its ability it does. Somewhat, anyways. It's quite a weird pronunciation of spelling it, I know. And yes, I had an impulsive thought in my head that I know that vocabulary doesn't mean everything. But whatever. Like, more vocabulary I was talking about. Yeah, like, less things to say, the better. Quiet people tend to exceed more than loud people. It's not about how loud you could be, but rather how quiet, how studied, how skillful you can be, willing to be in the future and all, yeah. And plus, on top of everything else, I will most certainly have some other related Brawl Stars parts of activities or the events that we'll be going through, and plus so many more videos coming in the nearest future too, guys. I don't know what yet. Eventually, soon enough, my room's going to be in the basement. Oof. Well, anyways, once again, I'm going for now. And yeah, y'all guys have the rest of you guys' wonderful days or nights wherever you guys are in the world. Spectacularly speaking, Christian signing off. Bye-bye.